Welcome back to the channel. Today I have this Hoover Bagless Twin Chamber Elite style vacuum. I had seen this one sitting in a thrift store and I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it. And then a couple weeks later I went back to the thrift store and it was still there, but the price tag had fallen off. It was $10. So I had to convince them to sell it to me. They were very hesitant to sell it since it had no price tag, but eventually they did. But it has that very strange bagless setup that Hoover was trying on these for a while, where it's a direct air vacuum. It probably doesn't work too well. Once that filter starts to plug up, it'll start leaking past that seal at the top of the dustbin, I would imagine. And that's what I've heard from a lot of people, is that these leak dust pretty bad. We can see that seal there. And like on the wind tunnels that have the same bagless system, when the filter clogs on those, it's not sitting there trying to force it out of this sill because it would be under vacuum, whereas this would pressurize the whole bin since it's direct air. But I imagine that this cleans quite well. It's just a poor filtering vacuum. But we do have that side filter there that Hoover used for quite a while, the 3-layer filter. And this was back when they were saying, oh, this will capture 100% of dust mites and ragweed pollen. I don't know about you, but I'm not too concerned about dust mites being filtered, but kind of a weird marketing thing Hoover was doing for a while. It's got the onboard hose. I don't have any of the attachments, unfortunately. But pretty similar to an Elite. It's built on the Elite platform. It does have these edge cleaners. Hoover used these things on different vacuum attachments for a long time, because I have some really old Hoovers that have attachments that have these. And then nice long brush roll. It's in pretty good shape. Here's the ratings sticker. It is a 6.9 amp model U5288-900. I do like the green accents on this. I believe this is from the early 2000s, and that's very early 2000s, you know, that green, clear. Reminds me a lot of the products back then. Even some of the gaming consoles were clear and green like that. So the Xbox had a special edition, kind of a similar color. So kind of a cool looking vacuum, but let's see how this thing's gonna run. You can see how, since it's a direct air vacuum, it chops up anything that you vacuum up. So if you vacuum up cereal, it's gonna chop it up and then throw it in the bin. So kind of interesting. Definitely different than a lot of bagless vacuums. There's not many direct air bagless vacuums. I know that there was that Phantom carpet cleaning system that would suck up the dry powder that was direct air, but really not many bagless vacuums were direct air because it's something that would be a challenge to seal properly. I used it on a little bit more carpet and you can see it's already starting to clog up that shroud in there. I imagine with these that the key is probably to keep it very clean on that filter, because that'll reduce the amount of pressure that there is in the bin, and then you'll have less dust leaking out of that top seal. It's kind of a unique vacuum. It's too bad that it's that they leak so bad, but it definitely seems to clean well. Kind of a strange addition to the Hoover collection. Thanks for watching.